Welcome back to Marketing Gems. This is week 7 and today is all about Twitter and hashtags. And to be honest, I'm going to be answering the question that everybody keeps saying to me when I try and talk to them about Twitter. I just don't get Twitter. So hopefully by the time you've watched this video, read the blog, you will understand Twitter and hashtags, and hopefully you'll come over to that side of social media world. So let's get started. So when I ask people on forums this week, and when I speak to clients and I talk to them about which types of social media platforms do they want to embrace, I often get faced with the statement, I just don't get Twitter. So what is Twitter? Well, first of all, let's compare it to some of the other social networks that are out there. If Facebook is the private party at your friend's house and Instagram is the photography gallery down the road, then Twitter is the public space down in the city centre. It is an open social media network. So unlike Facebook, where you typically have a closed profile until you invite friends to see what you're posting, Twitter is all open and public. So it is a large space. And I think this is often why people overlook it and people often get confused. And the other thing that kind of goes against Twitter in a way is a lot of the terminology and language around the platform. So instead of saying share, we say retweet, and a like is a heart, but a heart can also be used to save links because you want to look at links later. So there is often some confusion around the terminology that the platform uses for users to kind of get their head around it. But actually, if you can get Facebook, you can get Twitter. It is not that hard. And I have a bit of a revelation for you. Twitter is a networking site. It's not just a social platform. So if you use Twitter at the moment and you're just posting posts about you and your business and you're not getting any traction, there's a reason why. Because if you went into the city centre with a megaphone and just started shouting about yourself, or you went to a networking event and just started talking about yourself and didn't ask questions or show some emotive kind of side of your personality by asking people about their work and their lives, then you're not going to get anywhere. Nobody's going to want to talk to you and you're not going to get any business. And the same goes for Twitter. So it's definitely a two-way platform, and it is, to be honest, a great platform to do networking, and it's something that I would highly recommend personally. But it's not always right for your business. So that means you have to go back to Marketing Gems number 1 or 2 about the marketing strategy. But it is a great place to network and chat and meet new connections. So hashtags is the other dilemma that people face when I talk to them about Twitter, and they just don't get hashtags. Which hashtags should I use? What does a hashtag mean? What can you do with a hashtag? Blah, blah, blah. The list goes on really. But basically, a hashtag is a clickable word or sentence. Now, there are rules around how many hashtags, what type of hashtags you could use. But in effect, if you are if you're involved in a marketing campaign or you run live events, hashtags are a great way to get engagement because people love sharing things that mention them. So if you shared an event photo and you've tagged them and you've said that they're in their photo, they're more likely to share it. So that's free advertising for your event. So why not do it? So this is just a quick snapshot. So let me just run through that again. So Twitter is an open public social networking site. You are restricted to character length, although they've just changed that from 140 to double that now. So you have got a bit more space to write your messages. Twitter is searchable. So as somebody who's from the millennial generation, I actually use Twitter more than I use Google. And I do that for 2 reasons. Well, Google has its own algorithm, so it'll bring up searches that it thinks is relevant to what I'm looking for. But often what I'm looking for is, yes, I'm looking for relevant results, but I'm also looking for timely results. So I want the most up-to-date piece of content or website that I can find. So I'll give you an example. When I was looking for jobs before I went self-employed, I would go on to Twitter and I would look for keywords, so marketing, Leicester, freelance, whatever it was at the time that I was looking for. And the same goes for when I'm looking for blogs. So throughout these marketing gems, when I'm looking for links to refer back to and sources to prove what I'm saying is authoritative, then I use Twitter. I search for words. So today I've looked for "I don't get Twitter" on Twitter, and I found some great things. So the thing that I said at the beginning about if we compare it to other social networks, so Facebook being that private party at your friend's house, or Instagram being that photography gallery, and Twitter being the public space down in the city centre, that I took from Social Squib, and I'll mention it in my blog with a few more details. So Twitter is a great search engine, and if you're not there in your company or you are not being mentioned, then you might be missing out on some search users like myself. So there's another reason why Twitter works. Again, I just wanted to remind you that Twitter is a networking platform. It is not just a social network, it is a networking platform. It is a two-way conversation. It is a great place to make connections and to show that you are authority in your industry. So share your things, but also share other people's things as well. So I'm going to keep the video quite short today for Marketing Gems. I'm going to put all the detail in the blog. As I mentioned, a lot of people are put off by Twitter because of the terminology, so I'll try and break that down for you in the blog. If you have any questions about Twitter that perhaps I don't address here or in the blog, post them below and I'll see if I can get back to you. I hope you're enjoying Marketing Gems. This is week 7, so do go back to YouTube to find all the other links to the rest of the videos and content. I hope you're finding them useful. Feel free to share if you think it'll add value to any of your contacts. Thanks.